100 miles to be more specific. That's the distance we were contemplating as the three of us sat at the top of the canyon, watching the river snake its way through the desert, 1,000 feet below. Spread over 2 days, we would be riding the White Rim Trail through the depths of Canyonlands National Park, just outside Moab, Utah. Towering sandstone spires, blood-red rock faces, prickly pear and juniper, and nights so quiet you can hear your heart beating. This is Edward Abbey country. Old Ed is buried out there somewhere in the desert, his grave famously kept secret by his closest friends. We like to think he'd be proud of us, setting forth under our own power, for it was Ed that once said, "A man on a bicycle will see more, feel more, and enjoy more in 1 mile than a motorized tourist can in 100. This is the White Rim.
Okay. 7:30 a.m. start time. We held off a little bit because there was some rain and snow, but if you look in this direction, we've got clearing skies. So about to head out on the White Rim. 100 miles of stunning, desolate desert scenery. Here we go. Let's do it.
All right, we were having way too much fun descending into the canyon. Stopped about halfway, and there's just a barrage of cars that pancaked. One all the way down there, one right here. At least 2, but kind of looks like maybe even 3. Pretty old, but certainly a precarious descent, especially if you didn't have 4-wheel drive back in the day. But wow, what a descent.
We literally just came down the canyon walls, down the mineral switchbacks. We're at what's called Mineral Bottom, and the maintained road goes that way, and the unmaintained road goes this way.
How we doing, Chris?
Doing well. We're in the canyon now, along Green River, just taking it in. It's quite a change of scenery from New England, so I think we're all in awe.
How's the weather?
Oh, a little chilly, but it is February, I suppose, so can't be complaining.
Ooh. So we just came from all the way down there, worked our way up, lots of hard scrabble and loose sand, so naturally a little bit of hike-a-bike up here. Definitely a little worked. Feels like we're out here now, finally, really out there. Once you start breaking a sweat and you can't see any signs of civilization anywhere, yeah, starting to feel real and awesome at the same time. What was that?
That was tough. Turns out when your bike weighs 80 pounds and it's soft sand on a climb, you can't do it. Better men can, but I can't. Pretty easy to see why they call it the white rim.
Afraid that crosswind was gonna blow me off the ledge.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
It's party time.
Okay, we are starting our climb almost to Hogback. It's supposed to be a pretty sustained 12% grade, I think. Gonna hit it right in the heat of the day, so that's nice. Should be a good one. Fully freighted bikes, hot sun on our faces. Should be sweaty by the top.
Yeah, boy.
Looking down on the final descent to our first night's campground at Gooseberry. And the last 8 miles have been just glorious riding. The sun is starting to crest into its golden light, as you can see behind me. And yeah, the riding has just been smooth and breathtakingly beautiful the whole way. Little salves in the background, covered in fresh, I don't know, maybe 10 inches of snow. You can see the wind whipping top of the peaks over there. Pretty intense winds up there. It's still super windy here. Probably gonna be a cold night for us. Hopefully not too cold. Yeah, got the final descent. Let's get down to camp and get dinner going.
Well, just got to Gooseberry campsite for the night. 53 miles in the bag.
Gooseberry is right behind you.
Hence the name Gooseberry, but excellent job, boys.
Great work.
Gonna be a cold night tonight. Get some food in our bellies.
Let's get the campsite set up.
Campsite set up and then get in the bag. It's supposed to be 17 degrees tonight and tomorrow no wind. So excited.
Wind
and
is evil.
a big old climb tomorrow. cold one this morning. 17 degrees. Look at that.
Some coffee.
Steam coming up off the coffee.
Adding some tailwind to it.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Never had that tailwind coffee.
Don't think I want to. Sunrise in the desert. Chris is going nuts, taking photos. Chilling in the sleeping bag. Watching it come up over the little south. August just taking it all in.
21 degrees or so this morning. Pretty cold for sure, but we were pretty warm in the tent. All things considered, every one of us, we boiled some hot water before we went to bed, so had a nice cozy thermal advantage all night, and now we're getting the natural one. The sun hitting our faces, and yeah. Feels like we're gonna make it through the day now, finally. What are you doing, Chris?
Gonna put these gross, nasty bike shorts back on, because you know we're only out for 1 night, 2 days, so I'm not bringing 2 pairs of bike shorts. But they're cold.
Probably pretty gross.
Probably pretty gross, and it's also cold out here, and I'm gonna take my pants off.
Bike shorts are fairly resistant, though. I feel like they don't. It's not like putting on like 2-day-old running shorts.
No, close though.
Yeah. How do you think people should approach doing the White Rim Trail?
There's a few different ways you can do it. You can do it 1 day, which is 100 miles, which is, I would say, after doing this, is pretty tough. You can do what we're doing, which is 2 days, spend 1 night, try and find a campsite halfway. Makes it just tough enough to feel like an adventure, but still very doable. And then if you really just want to enjoy the views and take it easy, I'd do 2 nights, 3 days, split it up, and you'll really get to soak it in that way.
It doesn't even feel like we have enough time to use our camera skills enough to actually document everything, because we also have to ride to our campsite or to our next destination. So yeah, maybe 2 nights would be the real way to properly document it.
I would say you probably wouldn't be able to do it without support if you're doing 2 nights, 3 days, because the amount of water you'd have to carry, you'd have to get a support vehicle. But that's pretty easy around here. So
yeah. All right, next time, 2 nights, 3 days.
Yeah. Okay, a little bit on the bikes we have out here. 2 different schools of thought. I rented a mountain bike that's specifically designed for long distance bike pack. Chris flew his gravel bike out here, and you can say they each have their own strengths. Obviously, Chris has narrower tires. All his bags are in line with the bike, so in a headwind situation, which we had a little bit yesterday, he's quite a bit more aerodynamic.
A lot more aero, a lot lighter too on the hills. A lot faster on the straights too, just because more aero and not as much weight.
Yep.
Yeah, downsides obviously is technically it's a little bit rougher on the body, bouncing around all day. Even though I do have this probably at about 40 psi, just the lowest that the tires can go. You know, still kind of a rocky ride for the day, but more nimble too. So you know, a little bit more engaging when you're riding around. You know, the other thing is too, it was super windy yesterday, so it's been windy the last couple of days, so a lot of sand and dust is pooled on some of the sections of the road. So with my narrow tires, I'll hit that sand and just start fishtailing like crazy, and it's a little sketchy, especially if you're going fast. So just gotta kind of always be mindful of that, watching out for that. Also, I don't have hydraulic brakes, so these are kind of old school disc brakes, so can't stop on a dime like these guys. So that's another benefit for them. But overall, I love being ultra light, and it's my bike, so that's always nice, whipping around on your own bike in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, and the bikes that August and I are riding are full mountain bikes with 2.6-inch tires, so we've got quite a bit smoother ride. Front suspension, we can also carry more, so there's a little bit more creature comforts here. We are definitely faster on the technical stuff, and we have a smoother ride, but again, not nearly as efficient or as fast as Chris is. So it's basically choose your own adventure. Start day 2. It was a little chilly this morning, but it's so nice to be out in the desert and feeling the sun. No wind today. It's gonna be a good day. A lot of climbing, but it's so nice to be out here.
Yeah, dude. Good work. Go team.
Schaefer switchbacks right there.
Just approaching the beginning of the Schaefer climb, about 1,200 feet in a mile or so. It is crazy how steep that goes up. Literally just up an entire canyon wall.
Climbing up and out of Schaefer Canyon. We're down the White Rim. This is how you get out. What I want to know is how somebody looked down into this canyon and was like, huh, we can build a road there. Climbing straight up that canyon wall.
This is a hard climb.
Yeah, dude. You. Well, just got to the top of Schaefer Trail. I'd say one of the great epic climbs in America.
Sure is. I didn't expect it to be like that. I really didn't have any expectations, but that's one hell of a climb.
Yeah.
It's certainly worth it. Everyone should do it. Mr. Chris Bennett making his way up. Last of the hard stuff. Boom.
Good job. Air Talk fat bike.
All right, looking down the road at where we started at, just a couple hundred yards and we're back at camp. We got 3 pretty worked dudes.
Party time.
Still party time though.
Yeah.
Unbelievable ride. Chris, August, how you guys doing?
Good. 100 miles of the White Rim Trail, Canyonlands National Park, Utah, done and dusted. Highly recommend it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Stunning scenery, whole time.
Can't ready to put some real non-processed food in myself and headed south to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, Tour de Canyons Part 2. All right, let me see that party time.